Hi Stampers, it's Trevis. Happy Tuesday. And so today is Halloween. I'm not going to make a Halloween card. I'm actually going to make a card using the Hope and Prayer set and also Inked and Tiled and Autumn Leaves. And so these sets, Autumn Leaves is in the mini catalog. This is an awesome photopolymer set that has been, everybody's loving it. It's been a hot pursuit item. And then I am going to use Inked and Tiled because I need more leaves. Okay, there's leaves, but I need more leaves. So I'm going to use Inked and Tiled. And so this is in the annual catalog and it's got leaves, and so we're going to use that. Oh, I'm also going to use a background stamp called Sketched Plaid. Love this stamp. And so I am going to use that first. So, and Hope and Prayer. This is a beautiful set, and it has some really, really nice sentiments in it. Big sentiments, small sentiments. Beautiful. Okay, so let's get started. Got a lot to show you. So, put the camera down and get to stamping. Okay, so I have my stamp, and I'm not going to take it, I'm not going to put it on a block or anything. I'm just going to leave it like this. And if it doesn't stamp perfectly, you know, that's okay. It's a background stamp. So I'm going to ink this up in crumb cake. So I'm just going to ink this up. Kind of don't want it to be too dark, so I might blot off a little bit of that ink. Yeah, it looks really juicy. I think my stamp pad is really juicy. So I'm going to take an older sponge. I'm just going to sponge off a little bit of that ink. Okay, I don't really want it too dark. I think if I do it this way, it won't be so juicy. We'll see. We'll see how it looks. It'll be fine, whatever happens. That's stamping. Okay, so now I have a piece of white cardstock, and this is just a little bit over 5 by 3 3/4. Okay, so I'm just going to lay this down. And I'm going to take a piece of scratch paper. I'm just going to rub it like that. And it's pretty dark, but I think it's going to be fine, actually. I think it's going to look good. It's a little sticky on there. It actually worked out in my favor. So, okay, I'll clean that later. Okay, so now I have the stamp. Now, what I want to do is, did you get the Countryside Corners dies? Did not get the stamp set, but could not resist these dies. And so I cut out one of the dies. I cut the third. It's actually the third smallest. Okay, it's not the middle. It's the third one over. Okay, so I just cut out a piece of white cardstock. I love these. Look at this little tiny one. It's so cute. For a little tiny sentiment. Okay, so I have that. And I'm going to kind of just place that in the center for a second so that I can kind of get my bearings on around this piece of paper. I'm going to stamp all around this. Okay, so I'm going to use my Autumn Leaves set, and I'm going to use some different colors of ink. I'm going to use Cherry Cobbler, Copper Clay, and Shaded Spruce. And I might even use some crumb cake. Okay, so all those colors. Now I'm going to stamp this in Cherry Cobbler. Okay, first. And I might be stamping off quite a bit because these are so, look at that, that's just so bold. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp that there. Love that. Okay, and then I'm going to do another one. And this time I'm going to put it up here, about right here. Okay, so you can see that I'm stamping over my background stamp. Okay. All right, and now I am going to use some of the smaller, this leaf, which is a little bit smaller leaf. And I'm going to use this in Copper Clay. Let's see if I need to stamp this off. Yeah, see, it's really bold, but a little bit bold wouldn't be bad. Okay, so... Ooh, that's really bold, but that's okay. I'll stamp this one down here. And I might stamp that one more time. Just up here. Okay. And then I'm going to use Shaded Spruce. And I'm going to do these leaves. Okay, so these are kind of a different leaf. I'm going to do Shaded Spruce. Let's see how bold that is. Yeah, pretty bold, but that's okay. We're going to use it. That really adds, see, that really adds something, I think. Ooh, I like it. I don't think I'm going to use that inked and tiled leaf. I don't think it really goes, honestly. Kind of liking it just like this. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this off once and just bring in a lighter green right there. Okay, see? Pretty. Okay, so now, oh, we got a lot of cleaning to do here. Maybe I should start cleaning some stamps so I can use these blocks. Okay, so I have that. Then I have this, and I'm wondering, this is the veins to this leaf, and I'm wondering if I should, okay, I think I am. I think I'm going to use copper clay, and I'm just going to stamp some random veins, okay? I'm not going to line them up. It almost looks like a, what do you call those things? A walking stick. Do you remember those from when you were a kid? We were afraid of those things. Okay. Supposedly they were poisonous. I don't know if that's true, but it was called a walking stick. Very strange. I lived kind of in the country. So, you know. And then I'm going to use these veins. Now I think I'm going to pull in some cherry cobbler with these. I really like these because look, you can kind of form them the size that you want them, the way that you want them to. Where do I want that? I'm trying to decide. It won't look so weird when I get the next piece on. You've ever stamped and then you're like at this kind of ugly stage? I think I might be kind of at the ugly stage. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp. I'm going to leave that for now. The only other thing I'm thinking is that I could put in, I could just bring in some crumb cake leaves. I might do that. Just like right here. Yep. That's what it needed. Down here. Right there. Okay, I think I'm done. Less is more. Stop. If you think you're getting too much, then just stop. Okay, now I am going to use crumb cake. Okay, and I'm going to use this piece. And I'm going to stamp my, under his wings you will find refuge. I think that was the one I wanted to use. I think that'll fit on there. I hope so. Let's see. Oh, that's so pretty. I think that'll fit right on there. Let me see. Yep, pretty sure. Okay, I'm not going to stamp it too low. I'm just going to try to center it. Look at that. That is beautiful. Love the font. Love the sentiment. And then there's this little flower. It's like a little flower design. And I think I'm going to do that in the same color. So I don't want that to stand out too much. Stamp that at the top. Do I need to stamp that at the bottom also? No. Now, if I wanted to make that smaller, do you guys know how to do that? Because there's ways that you can take your dies and you can make them smaller. So if I wanted to make that just a little bit smaller, I could take my die and I could lay it on here like that, okay? And it would cut off a little bit from the bottom, okay? And it would not mess, as long as this is lined up just right, it would not mess with the sides or the top, okay? It would just cut the bottom shorter. And I don't think I need to do that, but just making you aware that you can do that. You can make these different sizes. Okay, so now I am going to add this to my card. And I'm wondering if I need to sponge. Do I need to sponge a little bit around that? Or do I just want that to pop? I think I want that to pop, so I'm going to use some dimensionals. I'm going to use some of these bigger ones. I don't need to use all bigger ones, but I got these over here. I can cut these too. These ends. And this one still. There we go. That's why I like these ends, is you can make them bigger. Put that in the middle. Okay, we have that done. So we're going to go ahead and adhere this. So this is going to be popped up. This is a unique card. I kind of wish that that background had been just a little bit lighter, but I think it's okay. Okay. Now I'm going to mount this on my card. So I have a piece of copper clay. Now you're going to see how it comes to life, just putting it and layering it on a piece of cardstock. Amazing. Look at that. Look at the difference. Just layering that on a piece of cardstock. How different that looks. Okay, now I have a piece of shaded spruce. This is going to be my card base. So this is 5.5 by 8.5. And now I'm going to mount that on here. And now, oh, that's gorgeous. That is beautiful. Okay, I have a bow, and I went ahead, and that's good. I didn't cut that off. I can put the bow right there. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to add a mini glue dot. Yes. Oh, yes. Glad I didn't cut that off. And now I'm going to put on the inside of the card, I have this white piece so that I can write something on the inside. So this would be a great sympathy card. A little smudge on there, so I'm going to put that face down. You have a little smudge on your card stock, hide it. Nobody needs to know. And I could, maybe I will. I'm just going to add this at the top and the bottom. So this is my crumb cake. I'm just going to add this at the top and the bottom. Okay, just makes the card look finished on the inside. It is nice to stamp something on the inside if you're going to add some white cardstock. I don't always do it, but I think it helps. Okay, so I think that's all it needs. I'm not going to put any embellishments on it. I love it. I think it's very, it's kind of soothing. It's bright, but it's not overly bright. So I hope you enjoyed this card today. Again, I used stamp sets. I used Hope and Prayer, Autumn Leaves, and then my background, if you're interested, is Sketched Plaid. Okay. And my name's Trevis Bossler. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. Louis, Missouri. Thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye.